This metro line, totally useless. Really, who's gonna take a cramped, smelly train when they have the comfort of their luxurious private vehicles? This entire neighborhood's got to go, especially these silly little shops with the tram down the middle. What were they thinking? We have much bigger plans for this valuable piece of real estate. Progress brings perfection to the city of Saltaire, with the best national chains bringing high-end shopping and fine dining to the area, and ample parking, free of charge of course, so that nobody has to circle around the block for an hour, or even worse, take the bus. We're really getting in the zone, AutoZone. Now, of course, we aren't barbarians. We understand the value of mixed-use developments. That's why we've added these lovely 5/1 style apartments to provide new businesses with a built-in base of paying customers nearby. If you're new here, my name's Diana, and welcome to Saltaire, a City Skylines series inspired by Salt Lake City. Today, we're gonna fix some of the mistakes I've made in this build. I recently took a trip to the real-life Salt Lake City, and oh man, I messed up. Besides the downtown area, I underestimated how auto-oriented and American this place truly is. So I've decided to change a few things up. While nothing I'm building is directly modeled off of anything actually in Salt Lake, I think it'll capture the spirit of its outer suburbs a little better. I've presented this episode in a somewhat satirical style, so be sure to keep that in mind as you watch. NIMBYs be damned. This historic neighborhood is old news. That land is far too valuable for these stupid homes. We must redevelop. Like the God-fearing Americans that we are, we pay tribute to the almighty dollar with an altar to capitalism. This massive shopping mall will provide the perfect endpoint to this beautiful 8-lane boulevard. With retail and dining options for consumers of all ages and income levels, when you're here, you're family. Being the progressive-minded individuals that we are, we understand the importance of a walkable city. That's why we've provided plenty of space for shoppers to walk around behind the movie theater after seeing the latest Marvel blockbuster. But what about all the people who used to live here? We aren't monsters. We found them the perfect new homes in a central location with excellent freeway access. But what if you don't have a car, you ask? Don't worry, City Central Shopping Center has options. For $0 down and a low interest rate of 32% for 96 months, you can drive away in your very own new vehicle. Do you want a Ford Explorer or an F-250 pickup truck? It's your choice. Some concerned citizens have informed us there's no place to purchase a firearm in all of Saltaire. We must remedy this immediately. Nothing stops a bad guy with a gun like a good guy with a gun. Which side are you on? This city was founded with the Word of God in mind for every aspect of its design. When those first pioneers set foot in the Salt Lake Valley, they were instructed by their prophet to build the city on a strict grid pattern, with blocks large enough to accommodate spacious homes for gigantic families. Even this tightly packed grid of streets with its mix of uses and densities reeks of sin and debauchery. We must remember the words from Proverbs 31, verse 17. Grid up now thy loins like a man, clearly instructing us to stick to the grid.
Diana, you do know that Proverbs 31:17 says, "Gird up now thy loins like a man." It's not grid up, you moron.
Aw, crap, Aaron. You mean to tell me we've been reading it wrong this entire time? Oh well, the redevelopment must continue as planned. We will make sure this area follows the same pattern as the rest of the central city, while also opening up even more valuable land for new home construction. Quite the profitable venture indeed.
Small city thinking, I get what
Good morning, Saltaire. This is the Rise and Shine Morning Show on KUNT 102.5 FM. Utah News Talk, and I'm your host, Taylor. Quick traffic update for your morning commute. We've got significant delays on northbound Interstate 15 at the 5th South off-ramp.
That's right, Taylor. If you're headed that way, plan for at least a 45-minute delay. Or maybe use an alternate route if possible.
Absolutely, Sarah. Be safe out there, Saltaire, and make sure to keep it locked on 102.5 FM KUNT Utah News Talk. Now back to the tune.
Saltaire has recently become plagued with traffic on the 500 South off-ramp. one of the main exits leading into the central city. Some less enlightened members of our planning committee have said that removing the Pioneer Park metro station was a terrible idea, and that we should look into expanding light rail and bus service into the area. But those voices were quickly silenced. We've decided upon a proven method to reduce traffic: adding another lane. Increasing the capacity of the interchange, as well as adding extra turn lanes to 500 South, should do the trick. And we'll make sure to enforce the strictest of lane management rules on our roads to make sure that we maximize automobile throughput in this highly trafficked corridor. And of course, with the new development, we do need to upgrade our infrastructure to support the increased traffic. 6 lanes just isn't enough. We need at least 10 to make sure everyone gets where they need to go. Europeans will never get to experience this. They'll never know what it's like. You choose your gay little walkable cities. We choose to go to the moon.